everyone, welcome to another vlog here on the World of Coasters. Today myself and Louise have come to our favourite family theme park in the UK.
Yep.
It's probably one of my favourites in Europe realistically. Paultons Park is an absolute amazing theme park and we've come during the Halloween season. Hasn't fully kicked off yet, but they closed the park a few days ago. 2 days just to put the theming out, and probably from the opening shots you saw there's a lot of theming. Now myself and Louise have come here to ride the great rides such as Flight of the Pterosaur, Velociraptor, what else they got here? Storm Chaser, Caterpillar. There's loads of rides here. It's a great family theme park.
Cobra.
Cobra, forgetting. We're heading towards Flight of the Pterosaur first, mainly because I've got the inkling that everyone's going off towards Tornado Springs first.
It's not even that busy.
It's not that busy. It's a Sunday today. Paultons Park we've been to during half terms, during all the busy periods, and they normally, queues aren't longer than half an hour. Their operations are really good in this park. But I thought if we avoid Tornado Springs to begin with, it should quieten off. Bearing in mind we came for the opening day of Tornado Springs, didn't we?
Yeah.
And we queued like half an hour and it was out the entrance. Anyway, like I say, we haven't been here since the start of the season. Looks like they've done quite a lot of work, haven't they? All these play parks are now open. These were closed last year. But I just love what they do with this park. You can probably hear it in my voice, I'm excited. We haven't been to a theme park in a few weeks.
Yeah.
In fact, you may be wondering why myself and Louise haven't been posting much recently. We're actually in the process of buying a flat at the moment, aren't we, Louise?
Yeah.
So we're doing adult things at the moment. Rides at this park open from 10:30. The park's open at 10. It's currently about 20 past at the moment, so the ride should be opening soon. So yeah, the idea of coming to this end of the park is we're going to get the Flight of the Pterosaur done. Cobra over there, there's Velociraptor. I think this one's shut today, the log flume, which is a shame. It might be running. I think it said Water Kingdom. I'm not sure what that's called. But yeah, the good thing about Paultons Park is not only is it brilliant park, we're allowed to film on the rides here with the GoPro. I have the Hero 9 today with the max lens for Horizon Lock. The intention is to get the Horizon Locked on all of the rides, so hopefully we'll be able to get front rows. And yeah, I'm just mega excited. Let's get on Flight of the Pterosaur to start. Probably first train of the day. Let's go. So we're in the queue for the first ride of the day. Flight of the Pterosaur has a little bit of a queue, but that's to be expected. The ride hasn't actually opened yet and doesn't open for the next 5 minutes. We may be talking 10 minutes here. I will try and get a front row on this one so we can get a 4K hyper smooth video on this. But yeah, I do love this. The Coma family suspended coaster, absolutely brilliant little ride that really put this park on the map.
Yeah, you actually thought on that there, wasn't it?
excellent first ride of the day. Flight of the Pterosaur never fails to amaze. Like, it's a good little coaster. By no means running fast this morning, but we got a front row then, mainly because I wanted to get the pop. But on that first drop, it picks up quite a lot of speed, doesn't it? And then you're kind of like hanging at this like first hill as the rest of the train catches up with you. But yeah, that is a brilliant little coaster. We decided that we're going to stick over this side of the park to begin with because it is nice and quiet, isn't it, over here? Not too busy at all. As I said, I think the majority of the crowds are heading over towards Tornado Springs and Peppa Pig World. Paultons Park is still doing their social distancing. Out of all of the parks, to be honest, I think they've got some of the best measures going in the UK. Like, they've still got the encouragement of face masks. They've got social distancing markers in all the queues. Which
we're still wearing masks in the queues.
Yeah, we are. Mainly because we're going to Disneyland on Tuesday. So we don't want to jinx it, so it would be. But yeah, Paultons Park still has markings, and there's still really prominent markings on the floor, which is a good thing to see. Of course, then they're not social distancing on the rides, but then no parks are now. It's not really an issue. Both double jabbed. But yeah, it's lovely.
Treble.
Yeah, lovely and quiet over this area of the park. Like I said, we're going to head over towards Magma, which is the SBF Visa drop tower, or like bounce tower. The same model that is found at Chessington World of Adventures in the form of Croc Drop. This one we used to think was amazingly themed, and now Croc Drop's here is kind of, meh, it's okay. But this is one of the older rides at this park. Then we got Cobra over here, which is a Gerstlauer bobsled coaster, which again, low capacity, can get quite long queues. So let's have a look. I don't know whether this one's even running this morning. So currently closed at the moment. I don't know whether closed all day, but the go-kart track is still here at the moment. I have said I reckon this ride stays here numbered. The one thing about Paultons Park is it's got a load of like plots available to expand on, so they wouldn't necessarily have to use the go-kart track immediately. Probably the most next logical plot is behind Cobra and all that, which we'll show you later. Anyway, as you can see, Magma here got a repaint last season. Looks a lot fresher for it, but I'm not sure it's running. Interest is around the other side. Let's have a look. So I don't know how long the queue is going to be for Magma, but it is open. Pretty good level of theming on this one. Kind of blown out the water by Croc Drop, but it is an inside area. Let's have a look. Look, they are running it now. The smoke is running. We get in the queue for Magma. Right, so the only other SBF Visa bounce tower in the country. Here we go. There's a bit of a sharp dispatch on this one. Got you on the wrist strap on this one so I can give you a reaction and all that. Get some lovely views on this, but I don't know whether it's spinning. Oh yeah, it is. And as I was saying earlier, there's the next expansion plot, a huge area of land. As you can see, way! Big little drop on this and smoke effects from the volcano. Got the Cobra just down here. Probably going to be next ride of the day. Oh, look at the views though. Tornado Springs in the distance. Way! So a nice quick walk on to Magma there. It looks like crowd levels in this park today are going to be really low, which is what we love about this park. Even on the busy days, it's never too busy. Like I say, you'll wait like half an hour when a queue is at capacity on the major rides. Anyway, we're just taking a short break at the second, but I think next up is going to be the Cobra. I believe this opened in 2006, is a Gerstlauer bobsled roller coaster, as I said. They really don't like using their trim brakes on this. Gives a good ride, has some little bunny hills at the end. The only thing is, it's quite a generic theme, and this is the station building. Can get quite a long queue this one because of the low capacity, but hopefully we'll be on it in 15 minutes. So we've just got in the queue for Cobra, and amazingly, it is a complete walk-on. I've just got my mask out to put it on in the queue, and yeah, we're going to be walking straight on this one. Normally, you queue a good half an hour for this one, so we'll see you on Cobra. Here we go! Don't need trims. Oh God, we did.
Oh my God. No, 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 no.
Oh God. Oh.
Why? Okay, that wasn't too bad, that one.
Here we go.
Whee!
Whoa. Whoa. And the best bit, bunny hops.
Whee!
Here we go, pop of air time. Pop of air time. Head chopper. Air time. No trims.
Whee!
And into the magnetic brakes. Brilliant. Can't go wrong with a walk on for that ride.
That was straight on.
Straight on. Look at the queue now.
A tiny 2-minute queue.
I do love a ride on Cobra and a walk on. You just can't go wrong, can you? But by the time we got off, as you saw, it had probably a 5-minute queue. We're now going to head over towards the Dino Touring Company. Might give Velociraptor a miss until later. That's the Junior Vekoma Boomerang coaster here. We had some people recognise us in the queue. They're like,
I know you, and then they were like, what's your name?
what's your channel name? Can we be in your video? I didn't have the camera out. But yeah, as I was saying earlier, Paultons has plenty of land available should they want to expand. And
Go here.
you could fit, well, the thing is, they own the property behind there as well, so but you can fit a reasonable land. So yeah, they've expanded Tornado Springs already with the Barnyard Flyer coming in 2022. It looks like it might be like a Vekoma Junior coaster. We'll have a closer look at that. Themed to a Barnyard Flyer. It looks really good. So that would be something to come back for next year. I don't think they're adding any more than that. Oh, they're running the Super Soaker log flume. Not today. It is a bit chilly.
16 degrees, but it's cloudy.
This is a travelling model which can be found in a few parks across, but the only one I know off the top of my head is Brighton Pier. They have one there, and you can get quite wet on this, so we give that a miss for now. But the paint job on it looks amazing. Yeah. Would be cool if they put a fully sized log flume in, themed it up a bit like what Pleasurewood Hills have done. Yeah, definitely. So just to give a gauge of the crowd levels over this side of the park, anyway, as the quieter end is absolutely dead along here. And we're now going on the Dinosaur Tour company, which, if any of you know the, what's his name? Is it Aussie Man or whatever his name is on Facebook? Aussie Reviews, that's the one. So, like every time I hear the voiceover on this ride, I just think of that guy, and he's some of his dialogue is not PG friendly for the channel, but for those of you who know, I would love him to dub this ride. So if you want to choose a day to come on a Sunday. Like, it's crazy quiet.
Not in half term.
No, not in half term, but just a normal Sunday. It's going to be a walk on. Let's get on the Dino Touring Company.
G'day guys, how's it going?
And here's Aussie Man.
Aussie
Man reviews.
Well, sit back and prepare to be totally blown away. Quick, there to your right. That's a Myosaurus.
Some brilliant theming on here, and a lot of it is just trees and that, but what they've done here is brilliant. It's such a good outdoor ride. I can't wait for Paultons Park one day to make a dark ride, because I think it could be amazing.
Yeah, they need a dark ride.
I think that is the next ride they need to go for. Like, they're pretty good for coasters.
Did you hear
Let's get
that?
a dark ride next.
That sounded mighty close. Okay, so I know I may come across as a fearless, intrepid explorer, but deep down, I'm a safety man. So please remain seated and keep your arms and legs in the car at all times. You're talking about safety. Here's my hero. Good job I had my belt on. It was a bit of a bumpy landing.
Oh,
my
surprise one.
God! No! Okay, no!
If you're quick, look
Missed
to the right.
me.
Can
It
you see
didn't
it?
miss
It's a
me!
baryonyx, and it's just caught a fish. Check out the magical water. It is said that this spring has been running now since the Cretaceous period. That's about 100 million years ago in old money. This fine-looking dino is an Iguanodon. Hello, kid. Give me some money. That's our security guy. He takes pictures of everyone and plants them on the wall in Outpost 12 for all to see. Now, this is a very special place. There's a couple of raptors that decided to nest in this old disused tunnel. Look, to the left in that recess. There's an X. Oh. Wow, look at it, guys. That baby rap's just hatching. This is incredible. What a rare treat for all of us. Oh, cute little fella, isn't he, eh? Check him out.
Oh my God, he got me. He got me.
Wasn't expecting that.
Even though we know he's there, he mainly aims at the front to get the kids, but got a spray there. It's all over the lens. Something tells me that the other side of the park will not be this quiet. But
Peppa Pig World.
at the moment, we might as well have come on a weekday. Like, you know, it's so quiet. Like, we're going to go on Velociraptor next. If there's no queue for the Dino Chase, I don't know. Like, I've got the credit, but it's a coaster, you know. But the Junior Boomerang by Vekoma is a brilliant model, considering the fully sized one was really rough. I'm surprised Vekoma haven't actually remade the old style one with this new track. I wonder if it would be smoother. But yeah, people know I just don't like the Vekoma boomerangs. That and SLCs, then I'm not a fan of. But this, I do like them. So just by the theming here, like this marquee, got some brilliant rock work. Saw on the previous ride, they've got animatronics here. Like, they're no Disney animatronics, but they're really good. They're good quality animatronics. They do have a few in this queue, but I don't think they're on at the moment. They seem to be stationary. Great thing about the queue here is they've got this like cage. Oh, he's working now. He must be on a trigger. Got this cage effect, which makes you feel like you're in the enclosure for raptors, and the ride goes around. A bit like the Velocicoaster at Universal Studios. So again, it's going to be another walk-on, guys.
Guess
See you on the
who
ride. Very abrupt. Here we go. Hey!
Up the dinosaur.
And backwards. Whoa! After a quick walk-on ride to Velociraptor, we come past where the Dino Chase is and the disapproving dinosaur, who today, he is not disapproving of anything. For those of you who've watched the channel before, this dinosaur shakes his head in a no motion. So, yeah, he's not disapproving of the Dino Chase here. We're going to give this one a miss for now. It's just a little Zierer coaster, just as a simple circuit. But if you sit on the back row, this little hill here gives you a nice little pop of airtime. Yeah, a nice little kiddie coaster just to introduce young children to roller coasters with some brilliant theming on it. I honestly can't believe how quiet it is in the park today. Like, I thought it was going to be a bit quieter being a Sunday. Obviously at the moment you can see when the park's fully booked, when it's nearly booked.
Yeah.
Yesterday, which was a Saturday, had the like amber on it saying that it was nearly booked up. But then if you were looking for today, absolutely nothing. Totally available all day long. Friday, however, was sold out this week.
Really?
Yeah, totally sold out, which I find weird because it's a school day, it's not half term yet.
Maybe people think it will be busier that day and then...
Possibly, but yeah, they Sky School to come to the park and it's busy as hell. But yeah, it's great for us. Literally means it's so quiet. We're basically done in this corner of the park now. We will be back later. I can sense a lot of re-rides, even if we have to queue like half an hour, 40 minutes for a Storm Chaser and the likes. We're going to get everything done today, no problem. So let's head over to the other side of the park and have a look what's there to see for the Halloween season.
Right, here we go, guys.
So here we've got something very unique for Paultons Park. It's a meet and greet with a live dinosaur. Absolutely brilliant. They obviously just opened it up for the public. You can go in, have a meet and greet and see a real life dinosaur. get your picture taken with it from a socially distanced area. So as you come into the centre of the park, this is more the Paultons grounds. Now a lot of people ask, where's the manor for Paultons Park? It's very clearly a stately home. There is a board somewhere around here, I think it's just behind this bush here, that tells the history of it. I think it burnt down in the 50s or some sort of time, and it's just the grounds that are left.
Where was it situated?
I don't entirely know, but here is the board here that says the Paultons Estate, so it's quite a massive house.
Just here.
Let's have a look, let's see what it says. So
So we're standing where the manor was.
oh right,
It was obviously in this middle bit.
it's pretty crazy. Obviously this park is owned by a family rather than a big corporation, which is why it has such high standards, I think. But yeah, I'm pretty sure the house got burnt down in a fire. If you want to read through any of this, just give the video a pause and have a look through it. Now the other great thing about Paultons Park, with it being a small park, they do have animals in this park. Nothing too extravagant. Obviously they've got Little
Lions,
Africa.
tigers and bears.
No, they don't quite have that, but they've got birds all in the centre area of the park. Just dotted around, yeah. Meerkats in Little Africa, which is over by Peppa Pig World. But yeah, it's just a nice little change to look around. Yeah, the pelicans are off to one side. It's a nice little change from the rides. They've got a Discovery Trail down there, which we can go down later. There's just bugs and creepy crawlies. But for example, in here we got flamingos. Looks like this has had some work done to it. It looks really brand new and all shiny. It's one thing about this park I love.
Flamingos stay together for life.
Oh, do they? Sitting on one leg, just sorting his feathers out. You look gorgeous, mate. So another enclosure along here, the red ibises. You see they're actually cutting the grass at the moment somewhere. They really do like their upkeep in this park. It is very, very clean, very prestigious. Just everything is clean.
Painted.
Yeah, painted, paths are all sweet. Yeah.
Hedges trimmed.
Yeah, they just have a dedicated team keeping on top of it, which I feel parks I don't know, like Merlin maybe, could take some advice from, just to make their parks a better. Through here we got more of the gardens, and they have all these little scenes made up, topiaries. Over here you got snakes and ladders. There's a couple of elephants here.
I love it.
It's just a perfect family park. This really well upkeep.
We never walk down there.
No, we never do. Shall we have a look now? Yeah, plenty to see. Got all these little walks along here, including a Halloween walk. So these come off the main path.
We wouldn't have known. There's no signage.
Little fairy door down there.
Should I open it?
I don't think you can open it, can you? Oh, it's just been carved into the wood and painted. Either that or the fairies have locked the door and they won't let you in. Maybe if you knock they'll let you in. But yeah, this path is all themed up. They've got some pumpkins with little doors painted on them. Have a look at that. It's all themed up for Halloween. This park really does go to town on their theming. So Paultons Park now have their own app, which is something that they never had till recently. It actually has the queue times and all that.
Let's have it just at the entrance.
Yeah,
board.
I know the app's been around for a couple of years now, but it never used to have queue times on it. But just to show how quiet it is, I don't know how well you can see, but look, everything is on a 5-minute queue, including Storm Chaser. The good thing about the app is they update it at the actual station. So in the queue line for the Velociraptor and Flight of the Pterosaur, they literally have what's a little iPad, and they just update the time and then submit it, and it updates straight onto the app, which I think works a lot better than what the likes of Merlin and some other parks use, where it counts people in the queue, and they do have some very complex systems. So yeah, it can be accurate. It's always been accurate when we're here, but when it's this sort of quiet, it's brilliant. I think the next ride of the day will be the Caterpillar with the nightmare-inducing theming, but again, so well kept. Flowers, you've got to bear in mind, it's October now. It's probably not too easy keeping a lot of these flowers alive. So they've got a team of gardeners which quite clearly look after this place. Here we go, we got the Caterpillar here, which is a Zierer coaster, just one of their prefabs. I think, to be honest, they do customs, but they sell more prefabs. Again, this has got some brilliant theming on it, including your various octopus. We got a wart frog. What we got back there? We got the horse fly over there. Just absolutely nightmare-inducing, and of course the Caterpillar, which is the roller coaster. But yeah, beautiful crowd levels. Let's get on the Caterpillar. can't get over how quiet it is here. Like, we're going to be done in a few hours, but obviously we'll spend the whole day here. Just going to take in all the theming. Like, we're coming into the main plaza of the park where Tornado Springs is. They've got this theming up everywhere. It looks really impressive. Plenty of pumpkins all over the place. The only other park I've seen with this many pumpkins is Europa Park. And literally they're everywhere. Look, they've got plenty of photo opportunities, plenty of pumpkins. I think we're heading over towards Tornado Springs now to go on the absolutely brilliant Max spinning coaster, Storm Chaser. Again, this one's only advertising a 5-minute queue, and well, I hope it's running. I haven't actually seen it leave the station since we got off of the Caterpillar, so hopefully it's running. And one other thing, for Halloween they're actually theming up Tornado Springs to be like a scare zone almost. Of course today isn't actually a Halloween day, so it's not actually active, but there's going to be theming inside. But yeah, let's have a look, see what Halloween theming they've got inside this area. Obviously it's a lot quieter than when we last visited here, like so much quieter. Can actually take in some of the theming. Like, look, they've got the little golfers down here burrowing into the cactuses, and all the various rides. Obviously you've got the Owls Auto Academy driving school over here, which is like your driving school. You got the shop, which is the garage. Yeah, we can have a look in the shop. The restaurant where we ate last time, I don't know what we're going to eat here today, but this is the Route 83 diner. See, last time we came here, we couldn't eat inside. The level of detail in this area is absolutely mad. Like, not only are we on a road at the moment, you know, we've got the garage, the restaurant, massive roller coaster overhead, Storm Chaser. Yeah, all this theming just makes this area amazing to look at. You know, they've even got what I think these are new since last time, traffic lights overhead and signposts. I know they had the telegraph poles last time, but I'm not sure about the other bits. Also at the back, which we'll have a look at in a minute, the new Barnyard Flyer coming for 2022. We'll go and see if we can get a bit closer and have a look at that. But with the crowds much quieter, we can actually take in some of the theming. Like, we've got the oil cans out here, the gas pumps. I think they're out of gas at the moment. No change there then. And let's go in the shop and see if they've got anything new. So they've got Halloween merch in at the moment, which is specific to Tornado Springs. So we've got the standard pumpkin, which says Tornado Springs on it.
And like for kids.
Little Storm Chaser. I do like that design.
A little spooky, but I think it's just
cool.
for kids.
Bearing in mind these are limited edition, but the prices, the adult hoodie is $34.99 and the kids hoodie is $22.99. Have a look at all this theming, so much stuff available. Much more in the way of Tornado Springs merch than last time we came here. You've got your pins, patches, bottles, mugs, which looks like a fridge magnet for Route 83. Also a little notepad.
Yeah.
So plenty to choose from. I think last time we came here none of this was available, whether they hadn't got it in or something like that. But last time we came here we bought one of these bottle tops up there. That was a good purchase. That's up on the wall in our house at the moment. So just the level of detail of this place is crazy, and they've got all these play parks dotted around. Like, there's one here, there's one over this side, and we're just heading over towards the toilets at the moment, but that brings us closer to the Barnyard Flyer, which I believe is a Vekoma kiddie coaster. But we'll see if we can get a closer look at it. You can just see it behind Cyclinator, the blue track. Right, so around here is going to be the entrance to the new coaster coming in 2022. It's going to be the Barnyard Flyer, Tornado Springs. Book yours. Oh, it's the Farmyard Flyer, not the Barnyard Flyer. Opening in 2022. They've actually got the full coaster in now. It looks like you could technically test. It looks like it's a Vekoma Junior coaster for a barnyard theme. I did think they might be getting another Zierer coaster when they said about the theme of this one, but the theming on the station is absolutely brilliant. We'll get around the other side in a minute, do some closer up shots, but it's looking pretty cool. Looks like that might be the entrance into the ride down there. One thing to bear in mind for Cyclinator, we learnt this last time, this is quite a tight little chair, and they've actually got a test seat now, which is good to see. Like, it is a small little headspace through there. I'll get Louise to take a shot of me there in a minute. It is so tight, so it's good to know they've got a test seat now. So it doesn't look too tight, this one, but bearing in mind I'm a bit bigger than the average bloke maybe. It's a very, like my head barely fits through this, and like that's my shoulders there, so I have to slouch in this one to actually get the restraint down. So if you're like any bigger than 6 foot, you ain't getting on this. Like my head barely has any room. But it's still a good ride, this one. Nice long cycle.
You did fit though.
I did fit, but yeah, it's tight. It's just something to bear in mind. So you know if you actually fit or not. They've got this round the side. Louise, you're in the green. But just to say, if you let go, that is in the red now.
I mean, that is quite a lot big.
Yeah, but like I say, if you've got broad shoulders, you might. It is. It's so small. Can't get over how small it is.
My God.
Anyway, I think we'll give this one a miss today because last time we went on it, the cycle was so long. It made me feel so ill.
And it's quite sort of.
But it is a good ride. Anyway, I think we're going to have to go on Tornado Springs' signature ride, Storm Chaser.
Stop back in the station. Please take care as you come into the safety strap. Climb out of your seat and exit the station while following the signs. Now,
So it's so nice to come here on a quieter day and just enjoy the theming. Like you could just walk around this area for absolutely ages taking in all the
Yeah,
theming.
before it was like, oh.
Yeah, it was like dodging everyone. Obviously you've got the railway that crosses through the street here. It's got the little like lights there. You've got details, like as I said earlier, telegraph poles, which add nothing other than theming to the area. Cyclinator is on its foundations, which are themed up to be a giant moving tractor which swings around. I was just about to say about going around towards the Farmyard Flyer. However, this is as far up as we can go, so let's have a look, see what we can see through the fence. Looking over the fence, we've got a lovely piece of theming there, the back end of a plane all crashed out. Can't really see too well because I've got the sun straight in my eyes, so I apologise if I'm not looking in the right area. It's kind of glaring really bad. But there we go, there's the track, and some more theming along here. Looks like it's going to be a good little family coaster. Got the Windmill Towers here, which are just the SPF Visa bounce towers. Got these at Legoland as the Ice and Fire bounce towers. Another new thing that we've noticed is they painted a mural at the back of Buffalo Falls. We'll have to go on this if it's actually open, because we missed it last time because the queue was really long. But yeah, Storm Chaser is advertising a 5-minute queue at the moment, which we queued all the way from the railway crossing the first time we went on this. And the queue is literally to the stairs, so we're going to be going through the Cattle Pen area with no queue, which is what I like. Right, so as you come into the Cattle Pen, it is a fully themed Cattle Pen, which makes it that bit more bearable. Good level of theming in it, you know, all lit out nicely with the flame torches. Tractors, you've got your hay bales and all that. Only annoying thing about this queue is there currently is no cut-throughs at the moment, probably because of how popular they expected this ride to be, which it has been. It's just a quiet day, but it looks like they've made room for cut-throughs. So for example, at the end of this run here, you can see there's actually no theming here, so they could remove this if necessary for a cut-through. And speaking of which, they actually aren't using this bit of queue through here, so they've made that a cut-through, which is good. So we don't have to go through the rest of the Cattle Pen. Straight up to the station, onto Storm Chaser. The best ride at Paultons Park. Here we go. Hey! Woo! Woohoo! Hey! Whoa! That is so intense for a family coaster. Like that bit down the bottom, the helix, it's just crazy intense. But a brilliant ride. We'll have to come on that later when it warms up a bit, because it doesn't spin quite as much in the morning. So that's what we like to see. Now on a 0-minute wait, literally just walk on into the station. And on a Sunday, I'd expect it to be busier, to be honest. So we got a back row on that, quite intense, to be honest. I think next we're probably going to do Buffalo Falls, assuming it's running. Yeah, it is running. It's just your standard water slide type ride. We had to miss this last time because, of course, it being so busy. This one was queuing right down to the entrance, which is a long old queue. Yeah, you get some nice views of Tornado Springs from up here, so I can take you on for the ride. Yeah, Storm Chaser. What do you think of it, Lou?
Normally I'm fine with rides, but I don't know.
It did spin quite a lot, and we were on the back row. Did give me a bit of a headache, probably because I'm not drinking enough fluids. So we'll sit out for a minute, and then we go on the next ride. So after looking at the time, we decided now is a good time to grab lunch. While we've been so quiet, we're in no rush at the moment. Wasn't forecast for blue skies, but whenever we come to this park, the sun comes out. I'm going to be going to the car shortly to get my sunglasses. We decided though we are going to eat in the Route 83 diner. Louise, what do you think you're having? Mac and cheese. I haven't decided yet. Let's go on in and choose our meal. Now, I think we'll be sitting outside, but there's nowhere near as much seating as there used to be. Obviously, it came right out to here before. Yeah, what a beautiful day. Right, so we're in the Route 83 diner. We've got our lunch. That's a good sized kids meal, isn't it? I'm not going to lie. I shall say, Tango Ice Blast, this is an adult meal, and the shake is the same size as your drink. You got a cookie, which I didn't actually realise, and then I've only gone ahead and got some donuts for us. This is free for a £5, so I was like, give them a go, but you're saying you don't want them now?
Yeah,
so we're going to no, I'm not going to eat all of them. One or two. Let's chow down and have some lunch. So we've just had our lunch, and we're actually heading towards the exit of the park now.
Yeah, bye.
That's the vlog done. No, we've still got loads to do. There are a few rides we haven't actually done. Like, we've done the majority already. It's only just coming up to 1 o'clock. However, I'm going to get my sunglasses out of the car because I'm being blinded by the sun. Typically, any day where it says the weather's bad, I think we should just learn whenever we come to this park, it's always blue skies. I don't think we've ever come here when it's rained. So yeah, we're just going to make our way to the exit of the park and then come back in. Along here we got the Owls Autobahn, or Auto Academy rather. Look at this beautifully themed little ride along here where you can drive your cars. Adults can actually go on this, as you can see on the back of the cars, which is quite interesting. You just sit on the back of the car like that. Like I said earlier, the only other park I know that has this many pumpkins is Europa Park. And Europa
they
Park,
let us take one home, do you remember? Because it was
the last day of the season before they closed. Yeah, I remember that. But yeah, they go to town with pumpkins here. I'd probably say there's more than there was last year. We do like to come here a couple of times a year. And yeah, I'm just very impressed.
Like DLP.
I know. Looking forward to the Halloween season this year. So, just a taster for what's coming next week though. It's Main Street USA, but a rip-off version.
And we have masks.
A bit lower, yeah. Obviously in France the rules are a lot stricter. So we'll be wearing full face masks there. But one thing that I haven't disclosed is, assuming I've edited this quick enough, we should be in Disneyland when this video is coming out. So if it's Wednesday the 13th, we'll be in Disneyland Paris as this video is being played to you. Yeah, we got 3 days in Disneyland Paris, then we're heading up to Parc Asterix on the way back home, and then on the Sunday we're nipping into Belgium to go to Plops of the Pan to ride the new Ride to Happiness. Like, I really wanted to do it. We were going to do longer at Disneyland, but because we haven't actually got our annual passes, we couldn't pre-book the weekend, and the weekend's gone. So yeah, we're going to get a lot of new credits. Parc Asterix I'm looking forward to do, and Plops of the Pan, well, the Ride to Happiness looks absolutely amazing. Mac Extreme Spinner Ride, only the second one out there. Right, so as we re-enter the park, they're still adding theming. They've just put this happy Halloween sign up along here. An opportunity to get a lot of pictures when it's quieter around here. Obviously everyone's in the lands. But yeah, these are looking very impressive. These are actually animatronics. Like I said earlier, they're off at the moment. They got their little sensor just down to the right of Professor Pumpkin there. And that is where you can listen to them tell jokes and do a show. So as we come into the main plaza of the park, we're just going to nip into Critter Creek, which is where the Caterpillar Coaster is. They've got this Beastly Burrows here, which I think we're going to go through next. It's just a walk through, shows beetles, bugs, spiders, all the creepy crawlies that you would want to see. So horrible. Yeah, good theming on the front of this building though. Actually, a few times we walked past this when we first visited here.
This is only like our second time in.
I shall say, I remember only going through in about 2019 and being like, never seen it before, but it is hidden away a bit. So yeah, in here we have the various beasts and bugs. It's all very well themed in here. Full rock work on the walls, carpeted floor though, which is a bit strange. Just the level of detail in here is crazy. This is like the whole park that's like this.
Look at his cheeks. Oh my god.
That is quite cute.
That is so cute.
Not gonna lie, I do want one.
Oh, look at his tail. It doesn't look. They groom the same as like hamsters, rabbits. They all do the same sort of thing. But
Nice little walk through there, only a few minutes long, like it's not long by no means, but there's plenty of animals in there, isn't there?
Yes.
Fish, there wasn't too many insects in there this time, but it was like little rodents and fish and frogs and reptiles.
so I like that.
There was some cute little animals in there. Anyway, as I said earlier, we're heading over towards the Rio Grande Express, which goes around Tornado Springs and actually goes past the new roller coaster they're building. So let's go over there. Hopefully normally when we come to these sorts of areas to go on the rides, we miss them. So yeah, let's hope we haven't missed it. I saw it leaving the station as we went before, but it's not in the station at the moment, so we might be in luck. Let's get in the queue for the Rio Grande train. So the Rio Grande train boards just outside Tornado Springs around here. It was an original attraction. However, they themed it up to fit in with Tornado Springs. Last time we came through here, obviously the first part goes through Tornado Springs, but the second part was quite bland and boring. So yeah, hopefully they've added some more theming in it. Looks absolutely amazing around here. Just hopefully the train won't be too long. Off we go on our merry journey around Tornado Springs. Since we last came on this, I'm not sure whether at the beginning of the season they had a video on this, but I think it's new. But obviously, being on here, we will see some of the theming around Tornado Springs, which, to say the least, is quite impressive. Hopefully get some good shots of the Farmyard Flyer coming for 2022. Look at that, blue skies and Storm Chaser. Along here, should be able to get some nice shots of the Farmyard Flyer. Cyclinator's got no heat whatsoever at the moment. Yeah, I might be able to see some more theming. Looks like they've got a bit of a fence along here, which is annoying. But look at this building they've got here, it's all themed up nicely. So that might be some sort of store, the entrance. Can't see a lot because they built a hedge in the way. Trucking Tractors has a bit of Halloween theming on it. The form of pumpkins everywhere. We'll have to have a look at this later. Great little kids ride. And again, all themed up for Halloween. So there we go, a little bit of theming coming up. Quite impressive. I do love all these painted pumpkins. Look at their little kawaii face. Oh, that is nice. change of weather. The edge of Peppa Pig World here. One of the little car rides. Look at it. It's absolutely beautiful weather now. And this was not forecast. It was forecast to be cloudy all day. No rain. But I don't think we've ever come here and it's not been blue skies. Yeah, maybe we should when we go over that into the park. So we've just come off of the Rio Grande Train. One thing to note about Paultons Park, they actually have these water bottle filling stations. So you just plonk your bottle down and then press the button down there, press and hold it. It's a bit like a drinking fountain, fills your bottle up. Other thing that I find really odd, no other park I've since done this, they actually have sinks set up in various areas of the park still, so you can wash your hands afterwards, which is good. But I've not seen that anywhere else.
Only at like a little
Petting zoo.
Yeah.
Like these have been specifically put in for that purpose. Cold water? This is absolute bliss. I can't tell you. It's just the weather's just turned completely. It's so warm. Feels like a summer day almost. Like we're hitting the 20s now, and it's the beginning of October. It shouldn't be sunny right now. Let's hope we have some good luck with this when we're out in France next week. Wow, this place does look amazing when the sun's out. Now we've decided our next ride will be Buffalo Falls, but we're heading the long way round just to get a look at Tornado Springs. So impressive, such a beautifully themed land. There's not anything left. It just looks amazing. Here we are, next ride of the day, going on the Windmill Towers, little bounce towers made by SBF Visa. They are literally waiting for people to get on them. Again, you can just see in the queue lines the level of theming. It's nothing too over the top, it's mostly foliage, which any park can do, and then just some small bits of theming that just make the ride complete. So,
please ensure all loose articles are secure. Must remain seated.
Right, so we're on the Windmill Tower. They run an odd thing here where you have to have adults in separate chairs. So Louise is over here on her own, and I'm over here on my own.
We have been together on this.
Yeah, they did have issues when we first came on it though. We've been on the Fire and Ice Tower at Legoland, no problems. Anyway, let's enjoy the ride. Do like these, they've got a nice little bounce on them. You get some views around the park, oh my god. Right, let's have a look. You can actually see a lot of the new roller coaster. Look at that. Beautiful land of Tornado Springs. Way! Maybe not the best thing to come on here after lunch. Way! Way! Good little bounce setting on this one. They're obviously programmable depending on how you want it, and this one really does have some force on it. Our next ride, Buffalo Falls! You can't go wrong with a ride on those. They may look like a kiddie attraction, but they are actually quite intense. There's some good forces on them, and they're just a good introduction to drop towers. So if you've got like children and they're not going to go on like the likes of Detonator or Tower of Terror, or whatever drop tower your chosen park is, it's a good way to get them used to the forces because they do give a very sudden drop. Anyway, we're now going on Buffalo Falls. Like I say, it's just a simple, well, I think it's a triple down this one, so yeah, he said it's more than a double down slide, which goes all the way down, and we're going to share, either we're going to share a boat or we're going to race.
Going to be able to share.
It hasn't got much of a queue, but they have little observation bits through here. There it goes.
As they cannot be retrieved if lost.
Here we go, it's a race. Oh, we're off! Oh my god, airtime! Ah! We're just going to go on trekking tractors now, just a little gentle ride. Not too much to see on it, but they have put a Halloween overlay on it in the form of pumpkins everywhere, cobwebs everywhere, and spiders everywhere. So we'll see you on the trekking tractors.
So before you rock off, please listen to the following safety
So we're off on our lovely little tractor voyage around the farms of Tornado Springs, and as I said earlier, we've got some theming, spooky theming. It gets more as you go through the ride, but the main reason we came on here was to look at the Farmyard Flyer. Look at that. That is impressive theming.
Well, I wanted to look at what the groundhogs were doing actually.
No, I'm more interested in the little coaster here. Cred to cred, we'll be back to ride that no doubt. And now it's behind the bush. We'll focus on the Halloween theming. Yeah, it's not just like a few things, they've got some pumpkins laying about, cobwebs and just general Halloween spooky stuff. I do like all these drawn pumpkins. I get the impression they've just said to the staff, draw a pumpkin. Because there seems to be hundreds of them. We're going in the spooky shed, Lou. Some impressive theming, it's just simple stuff. Another shot of some of the theming for the Farmyard Flyer. Looks like that might be the entrance along there. It's quite impressive. So Halloween theme is looking all cool. So one thing to bear in mind for the Halloween season at Paultons, they're not returning with the big boo barn this year. Sad. That is a brilliant little maze, and they didn't mind you filming on it either. They do have shows and all that. However, I don't think we'll be coming back because we don't have annual passes for this park, and it does cost £37.50.
It would be cool to see what they do with Tornado Springs on those 2 Halloween days,
definitely.
but I just don't think
It's quite a distance for us. It's a good 110 miles for us, so it's a good couple of hours in the car. We like to come here a couple of times every season. We've come to the end of our ride now, so I'll see you when we get off. So now we're heading towards Little Africa, which takes us through Peppa Pig World. This was part of the expansion done a few years ago. They included the ride that you can see up here, which is the Queen's Flying Coaches, and they also included this little boat ride, which is the same ride site that you get the Dora Explorer at Blackpool Pleasure Beach. It's quite pleasant. But where we're going is just over here. You can just see the mound off in the distance. It is Little Africa. So Little Africa is just off to the side of Peppa Pig World along here. This is a ride Louise wants to go on, is George's Dinosaur ride. But the area we're going into is Little Africa, and as I said earlier, has some pretty impressive rock work along here. It's really well themed, and it's just animal enclosures. There's no rides as such in here. So let's head on in and see what it's about. Now Little Africa has a nocturnal house along here, which last time we came here was closed due to government restrictions. Now we can go in, it goes through to this aviary where there are various birds, so let's go in and have a look. So yeah, as you come into here, there's quite a few animals in here. As you can see, there's this little desert fox. Hey, you, little cutie.
Oh my goodness.
So when you come out of the nocturnal house, you come into this aviary here where they've got various birds. And normally, if we can get out into this bit, they normally hide up in the rafters, don't they? Because they're allowed into this area. You've got to be careful you don't get pooped on as you come through. Anyone up here? Doesn't look like it at the moment. They're all away, all hiding. Looks like they've got a lot fewer birds than they used to have. They used to have loads of birds in here. There are a few out at the moment. One up in the tree. A couple at the back over there. And various ducks just a little chill. It's like chill time, siesta.
Okay. Okay, Josh. Oh my gosh, I was not expecting to see that big. Look at that. Wow.
Feeding time at the porcupine enclosure. We're just walking past and the keeper's literally just put some food out, so should have a porcupine coming up nice and close. Looking for the food, where is it?
Clever.
Oh, that is cute. It's like me eating at the table.
You wish you looked that cute. Look, the other one's looking more food.
Pictures. Now we're heading around towards the watermill, which is this beautiful scenic area. There are actually properties on the Paultons Park estate, and there's one of the houses there. What I would give to live there. This leads to the watermill. They've got pelicans over here that absolutely stink of fish, but it's quite nice, and then you can take a walk all the way around the edge of the park back towards Critter Creek should you want. But yeah, the pelicans are in here. You can go and view them. There's a little shed that you can kind of go to. Doesn't really give much of a better view than around here.
Intense smell.
There, they do stink of fish quite badly. And just through here is where the watermill is. This used to provide power to part of the Paultons estate at one point. There's actually a whole little viewing thing on it, which we'll go have a quick look at. So here's the watermill along here. This is the original watermill.
Welcome to the Paultons
Oh, Louise, press the button.
This watermill was built in
Gives the history about it.
and is a Poncelot brass shot wheel that is 4.5 meters.
Used to give power to all these tools along here.
Individual water buckets.
So it did like a buzzsaw, did all these equipments here, and it shows you how it all works. There we go along here, we got this bandsaw. Oh, look at that.
This revolutionary new design roughly doubled the efficiency.
So if you come along the side of the watermill along here, up this little path, you can actually see the watermill, which is here. It's a big old one. And yeah, that's the thing that powers all the saws and all that. It's quite impressive. As it goes along, it fills the buckets up which keep it spinning. It is a very ingenious design, really. So water comes through from the lake, goes under here, into this section, which drains into the buckets, and then goes downstream. And then if they wanted to, they could open up this dam and flood everything down there. So when you come past the Pelican Walk, here is the pathway that leads around. It says to wear sensible shoes. Got my sketches on now, I think. You just come through this little fence. Yeah, Lakewood Gardens. And then that will take us around the back. As it says, the floor is a little bit uneven, but it's nothing too challenging. And that will just bring us all the way round towards Critter Creek. Absolutely gorgeous, the weather here. So I don't actually think we're going to encounter another person along here. The fact that there are gates at either end, like I say, they say that you can come through them. There's nothing saying no entry, and there's clearly a pathway along here. But look at it, it's just so peaceful. And then there's a theme park just off on the other side of the walkway.
The thing is, if you had a pram or a wheelchair, it's really ideal.
But it's all well trodden, to be honest. It's a beautiful area. I was saying to Louise, it would be nice if they could maybe put like swan boats or something on here, pedalos. But I imagine they just want to keep this area away from the theme park because it's all very naturey and you know, nice along here, more natural. So yeah, there's some nice little things to view along here, including this. So over there, apparently that marks a pet cemetery. Must have been a well-loved pet. It's a huge tombstone.
The ducks think they have food.
We don't have food. Go away.
We actually do.
We've come to the end of the walk now. That was pleasant. Had a nice little feeding of the ducks.
That was like under 15 minutes and we stopped.
Yeah, we stopped and had a sit down, and then we just got the gate over this side, and then we're going to head round into the other part of the park. So we're over at the other side of the park now, and next ride of the day is going to be the log flume. Got a little bit of a queue, but I reckon we'll be on it within 5 minutes. When the weather's like this, you can't give a miss to a water ride like this, can you? Let's go get wet. looks like this is broken down. We may not be going on it.
In the queue.
Oh my god, we may not be going on this after all. That's a shame because I'm up for it. So Merlin, take heed. Look how many mechanics and managed Zierer staff are here to evac the ride. They came within a couple of minutes, so
They were running in.
yeah. I don't know how long this will be, whether we get on it or not, but very impressed with their response to the breakdown. Right, so sadly the log flume has gone down for a prolonged period, so the queue is now dissipated, so we've had to leave. And next ride we're going to do is the chair swinger, just a standard chair-plane ride. Never been on this one before, have we, Lou?
No.
So let's jump on this one. We should be on the next cycle by the looks of it. Hopefully we'll get on the log flume later. Here we go, on my path of the chair-plane. These chairs are very small. I feel like I'm half falling off of it. Whee! Straight into it. Whoa! Whee! Oh my god! Whee! It's gonna smash into you. So after a nice quick ride on the chair-plane there, the log flume's back up already. It looks like it just was a basic sensory stop. So we're getting the queue for this, just straight up into the station. Second time's a charm though. Let's go get absolutely soaked. Right, so here we go. We're on the log flume. I regret because I'm at the front. Yeah, the sun's gone in now. I regret. I know these are super soakers. So let's see how wet we come off of this. Here we go. Firstly, a little tiny drop. Oh my god. Little double down. Here we go. Oh my god! I caught quite lightly. I'm a little bit wet. How you doing?
I'm okay.
Okay, so here we go. Up the second drop now. Just wipe the lens off. Here we go. Drop number 2. It's a big one this, and I believe it's a super soaker. Here you go. Here we go. There's no escaping the wetness that's come. Look, it's the spider from Peppa Pig. The spider. Here we go. Oh my god! Oh, okay, I'm rather wet. Not too bad though, just a gentle spray. And that is the log flume. As we've just come off of the log flume, that was the right amount of moisture for a water ride. Thought I was going to get absolutely soaked on that, but there were, like, I think they were rewiring those, so I'm not entirely sure. You know, we've taken the long way round to the Lost Kingdom. Cobra is a walk-on. Where are the people?
There's always a queue for this one as
This
well.
one has the longest queue. Actually, it might be down at the moment. There is a member of staff at the entrance. I think it might be broken down currently. Yeah, it looks like it might be broken down at the moment, so we won't be going on this. Yeah, definitely down there. Go maintenance. So
running this time.
that's why there's no queue. So you've got Magma just over here. Good ride on this. But yeah, we're heading over towards Flight of the Pterosaur, which is just around the other side. Having a good day so far? Yeah, it's a good park this. I do really enjoy Paultons Park. I was saying to Louise we'd invest in annual passes here if it was a little bit closer or we could visit more often. But like I said earlier, it's 110 miles thereabouts for us. So it's a good couple of hours away. It's probably the furthest park I'm willing to travel to for just a day. You know, you start needing hotels after that. I would go up to Drayton Manor, which is a touch further. But, you know, it's just... You know, when you spend more than 2 hours in the car in one sitting, it's just boring. I like to rest afterwards. The go-karts are running now. These are an upcharge attraction. I think they put the price up quite a lot from when we last went on them. Yeah, they've always got a bit of trade on these. Some go-karts are normally abandoned. So just looking looking at the queue for Flight of the Pterosaur, looks like it's only going to have a 1 train wait by the looks of it. Obviously, it doesn't really matter where we sit on this one, but that is a shorter queue than we had this morning, and that took 10 minutes. So let's get back on this Vekoma's family suspended coaster. Right, so here we go, guys. Second ride of the day on Flight of the Pterosaur. We're at the very back of this one, just for that pullover on the first drop. It's warmed up a beauty, so it should be running nice and fast. See how it goes. Here we go. Here we go. Wow, pull over. Yeah. Just because it's so quiet, we've come on to the Dino Chase now. Literally going to be waiting a couple of cycles for this one. Did you enjoy your ride on the Flight of the Pterosaur?
It was so much fun.
It is good at the back. This one is only the kiddie coaster, but it's the only ride we haven't been on today. And I'm trying to film one of those pod videos where I have every single roller coaster in it. So we need to get on this one. So hopefully we won't be waiting too long. We'll get on this little Zierer kiddie coaster behind me.
How did Cammy and Kobe like it? Like, wow. Kelly!
Actually completed, I think, every ride or every coaster in this park.
Yeah.
There are various flat rides we haven't been on. We haven't really been on anything in Peppa Pig World, which might have to have a look at in a minute. There are a couple of decent flats in
it's
the
normally
area.
big queues.
Yeah. We will head over to Tornado Springs in a minute. We're just kind of chilling and enjoying the last hour of operations now. As I've said a few times today, this weather was not forecast and it is beautiful. It's really nice to take a park in with blue skies. Like, it's getting me mega excited for Disney at the beginning of next week. Or as you're watching this vlog, we should be there right now.
The weather is meant to be the same here as it is over in France.
Oh, that's good, that's good. So hopefully good things. If you aren't following us on Instagram at the moment, make sure you are, because there will be live updates coming from Disneyland and Park Asterix and Blocks of Japan.
Instagram, follow us on Instagram.
Follow us on Instagram. We'll put a link in the description below as we do with all our videos. And let's head on round to Tornado Springs. So we're in the last hour of operations now, and it is quietening off something chronic. Looks like we're going to make our last few rides of the day. We're kind of just mooching around, really enjoying the atmosphere of this park. It is a beautiful park. We'll have to get a ride on Tornado Springs' very own Storm Chaser before we go home. Hopefully it won't spin too much because it has warmed up substantially. But Louise is just over by the skeleton over here who's making his brew up. And we've got a horse and rider here. But Louise, you won't go in the cauldron. It's got little access in the back. She won't get on her hands and knees.
I have to save these jeans because I'm saving all my clothes up for Disney and wearing the same jeans for 5 days.
One of the only rides that is closed today is the Teacups. It's down for its annual maintenance. They've actually got all the flooring up at the moment. I do like looking at rides when they're all taken apart. As you can see right down to the foundation here. It's not a lot to these rides when they're actually broken down. They're quite simple. But yeah, this one's quite fast, isn't it, though? They've actually got little brakes in the Teacups so you can stop yourself spinning, because they do just keep spinning. Like, they don't slow down or have like a cap on them. You can go absolutely crazy fast on them. Anyway, we're heading round towards the back of the park. They've got some, I believe, tortoises just round here, or turtles, tortoises. I always mix them up. Tortoises. And they've got penguins around here as well. Then we'll probably hop into Peppa Pig World, see if there's any rides you want to do.
The Madame President ride.
The Madame President Sky Ride.
So you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but absolutely perfect day. Couldn't ask for a better day here. Don't mind spending out for a ticket when
Lots
a park
of
is like
money.
this. Yeah.
How much are the tickets?
£37.50 online.
You cannot get discounts though.
Yeah, well you do. You get a £7 discount for booking online before the day of your visit. It's quite a bit more on the day. I believe it is £7 you save, so yeah, definitely book online.
They don't do like Tesco's ticket.
No, but I don't mind paying for a park ticket, which is a bit more pricey when it's like this. This park has so much TLC in it. Some more of the birds along here. Looks like they've got Zazu trapped in there.
Zazu?
Zazu? Zazu.
Zazu.
He's going in. He's going to tell the Lion King that we're coming. So here it is. The bit you've all been waiting for, ladies and gentlemen. Peppa Pig World. Now, this was the first Peppa Pig World built, but actually Merlin bought rights for Peppa Pig World, and they're building it at an actual theme park for Peppa Pig World in Legoland, Florida. A whole standalone theme park with a roller coaster. The annual pass is going to cost $80. So it's a small park. I think it's no bigger than this area, to be honest, but it's got a coaster, and I am surprised that Paultons haven't invested in a little like Mack Rides Junior ride, a bit like the Dino Duplo coaster. Oh, you want to view the penguins. But yeah, this area, I believe, opened in 2011. Has some absolutely brilliant theming and kind of kick-started the little war that theme parks are having with their kiddie lands. Of course, now we've got lands like Thomas Land at Drayton Manor, CBeebies Land at Alton Towers. There is so much selection for kids nowadays.
Yeah.
Back in my day, it was just your generic toy town or whatever. And now you have these whole dedicated areas. Anyway, we're coming around into the penguin area now. Don't know what they're doing, just having a little chillax in the water probably. Now they're all on the side. See if we can see any penguins. See a couple like them. So after viewing the penguins, which kind of just stick out in Peppa Pig World, they're kind of a lost section. I suppose they can't really get rid of them, but they're still here. Yeah, Peppa Pig World is a very well themed area. Louise wants to go on the Queen's carriages, which is just at the back over there. Said earlier this was part of an expansion, I believe in 2018, if memory serves correct. And they put that and a little boat ride in, but this area is huge. It is just missing a small little junior coaster for like my first coaster. So here we go. Next ride of the day, Louise's most anticipated Peppa Pig on Miss Queen's Flying Flies. I don't think there is, strangely. I think it's going to be a walk-on. So again, as I said, just the level of theming in this area is so cool. It's nothing too extravagant, but that's the brilliant thing about these cartoons. They're very simply done. Their artwork is very simple, so you can get away with quite cheap like animatronics and all that, and they look just like the TV show would. Anyway, we'll see you when we get on the Queen's flying coaches. So there's something you never see, a Peppa Pig walk-on.
This one next.
Oh god. Oh my god. Like, it's quite an innovative ride system. Just a simple like monorail, but not a monorail, if you know what I mean. It's like a people mover. Pretty cool. But I feel that it would be better if it went all around Peppa Pig Land, but obviously you've got all the infrastructure in place, so it had to be in more of a corner. Yeah, you get some nice views. So you've got Peppa over speaking me. Queen's a very happy person. So Louise, did that live up to your expectations?
It was so relaxing. I just wanted it to break down.
It was actually. Probably just get rid of the audio and we'd be happy. Anyway, you want to get on one more Peppa Pig ride before we go on Storm Chaser. In the last half an hour of operations, Louise has something about these types of rides.
I find them so relaxing.
The Dora the Explorer at Blackpool Pleasure Beach. I think there's one other we've been on. I can't remember where. Yeah, not been on this one before. So I guess let's get in the queue for whatever the hell this one's called. So we're off on our magical journey. Louise is, I don't know what type of ride this is. If you know who manufactured this and what it is, let me know and I will make a credit count for Louise on this type of ride.
I'll have one in my garden. I'm buying a flat now, so I've got a garden.
I don't think it's
gardens.
I don't think it's big enough.
Go from the front to the back.
Good idea, Peppa.
Good level of theming through it, and it seems much more stable than the Dora the Explorer
Oh
one.
my god, it drags along
Like
the bottom.
it's got a deeper canal with. It's actually got money in the bottom of it because why not? But yeah, it's quite a nice, relaxing ride before going home. So Lou, you've had 2 Peppa Pig rides now.
This one's been my favourite.
It was quite relaxing,
So
I'll give it that. Anyway, it's just gone 1:45 now, so we're hoping to get on Buffalo Falls again, if it's a walk-on, and then get on Old Storm Chaser before the end of the park day. And,
We're just hyping each other up about Disney.
oh yeah, we were sitting on that ride, like going on about Disney, because I was like saying, you know, the Peppa Pig rides, you know, they're a bit too young for me, but at Disney, I've got anything. It's a Small World. The Casey Jr. ride.
Yeah.
What else is there?
Practitioner.
That's not what it's called.
It's called
that's how you say breakfast in French.
French.
But yeah, we're going to head round to Storm Chaser and Buffalo Falls now, where we get our last couple of rides in. So as we enter Tornado Springs, we've decided we're going to give Buffalo Falls a go, and then you got Storm Chaser right next door. The queue didn't look too bad for Buffalo Falls, so hopefully we can get on this and then Storm Chaser. Got just over 10 minutes before park closes, so let's get on this. So within 5 minutes we got on Buffalo Falls. We've actually got a few minutes left and we're going to get our last ride of the day done.
Freaking out that we wouldn't.
I did think the queue was a bit long, but it went quicker than we thought. Let's get on Storm Chaser, last ride of the day. Right, so second ride of the day on the Mack Ride spinning coaster. Very excited to say that we're going to be going on the extreme version of this in Bobsled Japan. Obviously, the Ride to Happiness is the second extreme Mack spinning coaster in the world. The only other one being Dollywood in America as the time traveller. And from what I've heard, the Ride to Happiness is incredible. I really do love this little family coaster. It looks like we're going to be walking straight on it. It's our last ride of the day, guys, so we'll see you when we get off the ride. Right, so here we go, last ride of the day. Yeah, the park is closed now. We're going to have a front facing as in facing us as we go on Storm Chaser. Here we go. Let's just hope we spin round.
Yeah.
Get some good views of the old new coaster down there. Here we go. Here we go. Whoa! Oh my god! Spinning good. Whoa! Oh god, that has warmed up a treat. It's spinning like crazy. Last ride of the way done, but I don't feel as ill as earlier. I think because we've got a bit of food in us now. So that is the day complete. It is just gone 5 o'clock. All the rides are shutting now. There you go. Auto Academy is now closed. All the rides are shut. Had an absolutely brilliant day. Like, I've never come here and had a bad day.
I've never come here when it's been this quiet.
No, for a weekend it is unfathomably quiet. But yeah, they never cease to amaze here. Brilliant operations and just a great lineup of rides. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Paultons' future is very bright if they carry on with the theming they're doing.
You just got to keep the upkeep.
Oh god, yeah, the love
love
and care that goes into this park is amazing, and I do think it is down to the fact that it's not owned by a big corporation, this company. Let's hope they keep it this way, and let's hope they build an RMC Raptor, yeah? We can keep wishing. Anyway guys, I'm going to leave the vlog there. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and we will see you next week in Disneyland.
Yeah.